it's Elena and I'm back with another exchange student vlog. I got up at 5 a.m. that day and the first thing that I did in the morning was change into my clothes for the day. I find it really helpful to do that as the first thing in the morning because if I stay in my PJs, I know that I will just go back to sleep. Same with an unmade bed, which is why I made my bed next. And once that was done, it was time to do my makeup. So here's me without any concealer, looking a little bit sleepy, and here's a little bit more awake version of me. And then I went upstairs to get breakfast. I just had some fruit salad, and then it was time to get back into my room and, well, basically start the day. I was wearing this white dress on that day, and honestly, I love it. It is super comfortable, but I also think it looks really great. And yeah, then it was time to get to my desk and actually start working. It's Elena and I'm back with another exchange student vlog, still filming in the beauty of my room because I still only have online classes. I also highly doubt that that's going to change throughout the semester, so all my vlogs will probably take place right here in my home. So today is Wednesday and your girl has a lot of work to do. Why? Because your girl got herself into a little bit of a mess. How? Do you know when you're like, oh, I'm gonna do that another day, and then you just push your work aside and you start to fall a little bit behind, but you're like, oh, it's only been like 2 weeks, I can totally still catch up in that subject. And then you look at what you actually have to catch up on and you're like, oh damn, it's been over a month and this is actually a lot to catch up on. Because that was me 2 days ago when I looked at how much I have to catch up on for legal history, and I am kind of scared, not gonna lie. And now I'm here and I have to listen to 5 lectures. They're all about an hour to 1.5 hours. And guys, I am so behind, it's not even funny anymore. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna listen to as many legal history lectures as I can today and take notes on them. And I have 2 live study with me sessions today, so the plan is from 8 to 11. I have a live study with me session. I also have 2 lectures at the time, but these are both just uploaded lectures. One of them is actually legal history, which means there's another lecture now that I have to listen to. It's just getting worse. And then I have a 4-hour live study with me session in the afternoon. And then I also have a Konversationsübung. A Konversationsübung is kind of like a mini seminar. We're about 20 people there, I think. And the point is just that you go over cases in this Konversationsübung, because in the lectures for public law, you basically go over the law that you need to solve these cases, and then in the Konversationsübung, you learn how to actually solve a case, like how you need to structure your answer and stuff. This is actually a voluntary class. I'm probably not going to sit the exam in it because it's a lot to study, so I'm just basically taking it for fun. And before anyone is like, what? Yes, I do take law classes for fun. I do sometimes also question my life choices, don't worry. I have talked to myself about that. Okay, so my live study with me session starts in about an hour. And until then, I think I'm gonna read in this book, The Rule of Law. I've actually read this already. It is such a great book. It's actually not really written for law students necessarily. It's more written for like a general audience. And he really explains the concept of the rule of law, which is a quite complex concept, really well in a language in which everyone can understand it. And he also explains why it matters to all of us. So yeah. Highly recommend this book in case anyone's interested in it. I will link it in the description box below, but it's a really great read about law. And I'm currently reading it for my English class because I need it for an essay. I have read it already, but I no longer have the copy with all my post-its and stuff because it's in storage in England. So I need to reread it so that I can actually put some footnotes with page numbers in my essay. But I'm almost done. I have 1 chapter left, so I think I'm going to read in this book, hopefully finish it, and then in my live study with me session, I'll just focus on legal history because I really need to. Boy, do I need to. So yeah, let's go. And then I just sat down at my desk and went through the last chapter of the book. The book is really great, so going through it again was honestly fun. And then I just took my notes on it. I picked out some important quotes that I want to use in my essay and just the general ideas and which pages correspond to them. And then I was actually done with the book. And I managed to summarize the entire book in 7 pages. Now, this is of course not a super detailed summary, but I think it has everything in it that I'm going to need for my essay. And the book discusses a few different principles that he suggests are part of the rule of law. So I just always wrote down the principle and then also what it means and any relevant quotes or things that he mentions about the principle.
So that's why I have this table format for all of these different principles, and then I also have some notes on other points that he raises in the book. And then it was already time for my live study with me session. I had already set up the stream on my phone, and I just need to click go live whenever I'm ready to start it. And yeah, then it was time for my study with me session, in which I was going to work on legal history.
3 hours later.
Update. I finished my live study with me session and I got through 2 lectures from legal history. And I still have many left to go. I've made myself a little list in my to-do list. So here we have these little squares, and like you can see, I finished lecture 3 and 4, which should tell you, you know, I stopped working on this after week 2, which is very sad. But let's ignore that fact, okay? I only have to catch up on 3 weeks of legal history. We're in week 7 now, so when I reach 7, then, you know, I'm back on track. But this is not good. So now it's 11 o'clock, and I have my second live study with me session starting at 1 p.m. And my options are I could take a break now, which is what I usually do, or I could keep working. And normally I would take a break now, but you see, the thing is, I've been taking a break from legal history for over a month. And I just completely forgot about the subject. Like, I just ignored it. It was on my to-do list to at some point catch up on it, but I was always like, nah, it's been like a week or 2, it's fine. No, it wasn't fine, Elena. It was over a month. So, since I've been chilling by not doing my work for this subject, no break time for me. And I hope this is going to be a lesson to myself to not do this again. So I'm gonna log into my Discord and join the study room there. It's a bit like a live study with me session, but with more people. And yeah, I think I'm gonna join a study room in my Discord server and gonna keep working for an hour because I didn't work for over a month on this subject. I don't know why I let it come to this point, but now that I am at this point, it's time to get out of it. So, you know, if you have a subject for which you push the work off to another day, today's a good day to start it. Trust me. By waiting, it just gets worse.
I did end up joining a study room on my Discord server. These are open to all members of the server. You can turn your camera on or not, but it just has a great group study vibe, and it really helped me to get through my legal history work.
And I did start with lecture number 5. I didn't finish it, but I have about 1.5 pages of notes, so this is what I have now. Okay, the and a half was pretty generous, but you know, we're getting there, okay? I've gotten through most of the PowerPoint actually. It's like 10 out of 13 slides. That's not bad. And I have set up my afternoon live study with me session, so later on I just need to click go live and I'm live on YouTube. So now it's time for lunch. I have about an hour, that's break time, and then it's time to get back to legal history because I haven't gotten back to it for a month. You cannot imagine how shocked I was yesterday when I found out how much I have actually not caught up on in legal history. So yeah, today's the day to fix my problems.
I had some noodles with sauce for lunch, and my mom and her partner were actually both there because they were working from home that day. And after that, it was time to get to my live study with me session. I had already set up a stream on my phone, and then I just always check that I have everything that I need on my desk. So of course, my iPad and my laptop, and a water bottle because you gotta stay hydrated while studying, my to-do list, and also my AirPods with this really cool fluffy case, which I think is just super cute. And yeah, then it was time to get back to legal history.
Many hours later.
Hello everyone, it's very tired me and I'm still at my desk because that's where I pretty much lived today. And I finished my live stream and the plan now is I'm gonna continue working because have I finished these lectures? No. I'm on lecture 7 though, so there is a light at the end of the tunnel because that's the last lecture that I need to do. So I'm currently on the lecture of this week, so I have caught up. So that's good. I have 30 minutes left of that lecture. It's now 5 p.m. and at 6 p.m. my Konversationsübung, which is like a seminar for public law, will start. So I can finish it. And I will finish it because I have to finish it. There is a price to laziness. And currently the price is my sanity, okay? Like, I'm going crazy because I've listened to so many lectures and my brain is just fried like a chicken McNugget. So yeah, time to finish that. And never do something like this again, hopefully. So yeah, I hope I learned something from this experience. But here's what I've done, okay? Lecture 5, look at that, all done. I'm proud of myself. Lecture 6, all done. And here's lecture 7, so this is what I have so far.
And then I listened to the rest of lecture 7 and added to my notes. And I always have the PowerPoint open on my iPad so that I can refer to it, and I listen to the lecture through my laptop. And here are the final notes for lecture number 7. All done. I was so happy when I finally finished that lecture. And then I decided to change into something more comfortable for my evening class, so I put on a hoodie and some comfortable leggings. And then it was already time to prepare for my Konversationsübung, so time to get back to my desk and get out my statute book. The statute book is a book which contains the written law, and you need it when you're trying to solve cases because you need to refer to the exact articles, and you may also need the exact wording and stuff. And yeah, then it was time to talk about a case in public law.
1 hour later.
I'm done. Emotionally as well as with my work. This was not a great day, but I brought this upon myself, so I have no one to blame but me. And yeah, that's that. But I'm done. I finished my Konversationsübung. Me and my statute book are done for the day. Like I said, it's a voluntary thing. I'm not planning to sit the exam in that class. Unless like for some reason I would think it's easy, but it's not. It's a pretty hard class. And I think I will have enough to do with studying for my other exams. So I'm just attending it for the fun of it. Yeah, sometimes I do question my definition of fun, don't worry. But most of the time it actually is fun, just believe me, okay? Just take my word for it. And yeah, now I'm gonna get dinner because it's been a long day.
I had some noodles with egg and tomatoes for dinner, and then it was already time to get back to my room and get ready for bed. So I braided my hair and took off my makeup, and then I decided to read for a bit, and I'm currently on book 3 of the A Court of Thorns and Roses series.
Good morning, guys. I was reading in my book last night and I'm at almost half of the book. Yes, I do fold my pages. Sorry, not sorry. Honestly, I feel like book 2 was a lot more suspenseful than book 3. And book 3 is kind of going slow at the moment, but book 1 was going pretty slow in the beginning too. And then in the second half, it was just one wild ride. So I don't want to judge too early. So what's the plan now? I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get my passport renewed because mine is expiring soon and I need to enter the UK with a valid passport. So I'm gonna do that today. I have my list of things that I need to bring and everything's already packed, so I'm ready to go. And yeah, that's the plan for the morning, and in the afternoon I have 3 classes. But first, let's get that passport renewed. I'm gonna see how long it takes, and then I'll see what I'll do until my classes start.
1 hour later.
And I'm back. I'm probably gonna get my new passport in a little over a month. And now it's almost 11 o'clock, and I made myself a little second breakfast. So I just warmed up some of the leftovers from yesterday, some spaghetti with egg and tomatoes. And I'm just gonna eat that now and probably read a little bit in my book. I have no live study with me sessions today, but I'll see whether I'll join my Discord study room later and work a little bit there. But for now, I just wanna eat and then read for a little bit. And yeah, then we're gonna see what I'm gonna do until my classes start in the afternoon.
I actually sat there reading for quite a bit because the book did get pretty suspenseful in the second half, and so I just couldn't put it down. And I got through quite a few chapters, as you can see, and this is what I still have left to read. But I decided that it was then time to get to my desk and do some work before my classes start in the afternoon. So I got out my notes from the Rule of Law, which I finished yesterday, and then I worked on a draft for my writing task for my English class. This is an essay that we have to submit, and it's on the Rule of Law, so I just started writing that, and then it was time for my first class, which is on the European Convention on Human Rights. So I got my statute book out, which contains the European Convention on Human Rights, and we worked through a case together with the entire class. And after that, I had a Konversationsübung for international law. It's actually in German, that Konversationsübung, and the whole point is that you learn to talk about international law in German, which is actually a lot harder than I thought because I was always taught international law in English. And so it's pretty cool to learn all of the words in German as well. And then I put on my hoodie, which is actually my graduation hoodie, which is why it contains all the names from my class from high school. And then I went to my bed and I first worked through the notes from my classes. I just go over them again after the class, look at everything that I wrote, and I make sure that there are no typos there and stuff. And after that, I was gonna read for a bit, so I already had my book out. And I also got myself a little snack because I was pretty hungry after 2 classes, and so I just got myself some strawberries with yogurt, which actually tasted really great. And then it was time for my final class, which is my English class, and currently we just have presentations from students. These are super interesting, and we also have group discussions in which everyone participates, so it's a really good class.
Many hours later.
And it's been a while. I finished my English class, had dinner, and then I also finished reading my book, which actually got pretty suspenseful in the second half. I honestly wasn't that into the book in the first half. I just didn't find it that suspenseful, but the second half, very good. Definitely made up for the first half, and it does make sense why the first half of the book is there, because it's kind of a preparation phase in a sense. Like, the characters have to basically learn new skills in order for the second half of the book to work. But it's just not that interesting, at least for me. So didn't really vibe with the first part of the book, and I was kind of worried that the series wasn't that great after book 2, but the second half definitely made up for it. But this is also not the last book in the series, but luckily this bookworm is prepared and I can continue reading. So that's what I'm gonna spend my weekend on, in case anyone was wondering. And yeah, now the plan is to go to sleep. Honestly, today was a really good day after having such a stressful day yesterday, which honestly I just stressed myself by wanting to finish all of these lectures that I had missed in one day. But I think it was like a panic reaction, because when I realized how many lectures I had actually missed, I was like, OMG, I need to fix this, like, right now. And I think it was good that I did it all in one day and didn't give myself like time, to push a few of these lectures off for another few weeks and, just blissfully ignore it. So I think it was good that I did it, but it was a pretty stressful day, and it was just kind of nice to, just sit here today and know that my next deadline is weeks away. I'm good. I've done all my work for my classes that I had this week, and so I can just sit there, read my book, and not feel bad about it because I have actually done my work. And so I am quite proud of myself for having pulled through on Wednesday and having caught up on the work that, admittedly I should have just done in that moment, but I didn't. But I'm just glad that I at least, sat down, found the problem, and then fixed it. So yeah, overall, I'd say it's been a pretty good day. And yeah, I think this is also a good time to end the vlog. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and have a nice day. Bye!